Welcome to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm your host, Robert Price, and joining me today is local Arizona event planner and coordinator, Robyn Lee. Robyn, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, you're an event planner. Tell me, how did you get started?
Well, let's see. I think I've always been doing this. As a young woman, I loved putting gatherings together. And I professionally started when I volunteered first at the Scottsdale Center for the Arts to run a project. And then after I did it, apparently I did it well because I was approached by the staff to coordinate the Scottsdale Culinary Festival, which I ended up doing for 13 years and grew it from an attendance of 1,500 to an attendance of 40,000 plus.
Wow.
And it was lots of fun.
Wow. What are some of the events that you've been involved with?
A variety of events. Trends Charitable Fund, I used to work with them, and I would do 2 events for them a year, a celebrity luncheon and then a evening of trends. I have worked with the Irma Bombeck's Authors Luncheon. They're celebrating their 35th year, and I've been working with that group for probably about 14 years. I do some corporate events. Business Week magazine, when they entertain their top advertisers, I would plan a gathering out in the middle of the desert for them. And then I've done a number of grand openings, the Sandra Day O'Connor U.S. Courthouse, the Bank One Ballpark,
Wow.
and the Phoenix Art Museum when they doubled in size.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, it sounds like a lot of work goes into event planning.
A lot of work goes into it. If you're lucky, you have a year and you just begin to brainstorm and come up with all kinds of great ideas, but ultimately it's just a lot of work, a lot of planning, a lot of organizing, and being strategic in making sure the event is unique and not like all the others that go on in the Phoenix area.
But it sounds like it gives you a chance to be really creative.
Very creative.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we have some pictures of some of the different events that you've put together. So we're going to take a look at those when we come back. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Saguaro Spotlight. I'm your host, Robert Price. I'm still here with event planner and coordinator, Robyn Lee. So we've got some pictures from some of the events that you've done around the valley. So let's go ahead and take a look at those.
Great. We're looking at the Celebrity Luncheon. It was held at the Arizona Biltmore, would typically draw about 400 guests. And this is a private dinner party, so from large to small. I have coordinated many projects. The Barrow Grand Ball I just co-chaired in January. We raised $2.2 million net for the Barrow Neurological Foundation. Very proud of that project. Yeah. And this is Gio Oso from Virtue, and we just did an event called the Taste America James Beard Foundation event. Chris Bianco is in that photo right now. He's one of our award-winning chefs for the James Beard Foundation Best Chef Southwest. So we had a beautiful evening at the Royal Palms. We had about 8 chefs cooking dinner, and it was fabulous. The New Times called it epic. And this is a photo of Sherry Yard. She was Wolfgang Puck's pastry chef. She's now with Helms Bakery, but she flew in from Los Angeles to do all of the desserts, and she did an incredible job. And people said, the chocolate chip cookies were unlike anything they'd ever tasted. So they really had fun. I love working with chefs. They are creative, they're talented, they're artists. This event was the Phoenix Art Museum when they doubled their size. I was told that I could not have food in the galleries, and so we had food in the galleries. We did a progressive dinner. We started out in the Grand Hall and broke down into groups of about 40 to 50 guests, guided by characters dressed like this woman, and the guests enjoyed dinner in each of the galleries so they could see the new spaces that had opened up, and it was really an artistic, creative, delicious evening. And that photo is of the Business Week dinner on the desert that I staged a few years ago, really featuring the best of the Southwest. Carlos Nakai is playing his flute there, and we just really wanted these guests from New York to see what Arizona is all about.
Right.
Yeah.
So, of all the events that you've put together over the years, which one has been your personal favorite?
I think it was the one that had food in it, but they're pretty much all my favorite. There's something about every single one I could tell you about that was funny and creative and wonderful. But the James Beard Foundation Taste America event right now, I think I'm the most proud of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for someone who is looking to become an event planner, what advice would you give to them?
First of all, day of event, wear comfortable shoes. It's a killer if you don't. Be very organized, be positive. Great, good energy carries you through the day. Just really understand that you can make lemonade out of lemons, so have your contingencies in order. Think about all the things that can go wrong so that when something does, you are polished and you can carry it off.
Right.
Just have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if people want to get a hold of you, Robyn, what would be the best way to do that?
My email address, robyn@robynlee.com.
robyn@robynlee.com. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today, Robyn. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome.
I've been your host, Robert Price, and that does it for this episode of Saguaro Spotlight. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much.